Hello! Today I'm going to show you how to cover a tattoo using FX Design Color liquids. FX Design Color liquids are alcohol-based colors that are extremely durable and it will not rub off. So first of all, we need to find the right skin color. This can be a challenge because these colors do dry down a little bit different than they look initially. So what I'm doing here is I do little swatches of some color samples and see what works best once dry. Once I'm sure what kind of colors suit him, I can create my own custom mix that works for his skin tone and use that later on in the larger quantities. So this is our selection. All of these colors you can find in his skin, so it's gonna be a blend of all of them together. First off, we're gonna try to create like a clean slate. So I'm gonna use the color brick, and this is a good color to prep the skin. If you have lighter skin, brick is great. If you have dark, deep skin, orange works better for you. This is basically the color you can see underneath the skin. It kind of simulates blood. You can also see it peeking through with light-skinned people. And this helps to even out what's underneath. So with all of these different patterns and colors with his tattoos, it helps to put a base layer of one shade first. And brick or orange are shades that are the base of any skin tone you find. Once you've covered the tattoos, I'm gonna take my custom blend and then I'm just gonna dab this on generously. And this will mix a little bit with what's underneath, but it's not a problem because we're gonna layer with texture anyway. For the edges, because you cannot really blend FX Design Color, I'm gonna use a stippling brush and a little bit of alcohol, and I try to stipple away these harsh edges. Then I'm gonna take a coarse brush and a toothbrush, and I'm gonna sprinkle these different skin tones that I can see onto that layer. This will make it more lively, more skin-like. If it's too light, I'm gonna add a little bit of darkness. If it's too dark, I'm gonna add a little bit of a lighter color. And sometimes you need to add a tiny bit of green. So this is the FX Design Color Palette Complexion, and this is the color JADE. This helps to cut through these very bright red undertones that sometimes come through. So if you want to mute the colors down slightly, or if you have a more ashy or olive-based skin tone, you can use this in a very, very small amount and mix it to your skin tones to mute everything down and make it more skin-like. And what you can see here with tattoos is we can get rid of the color, but we cannot get rid of the fine lines you see, because a tattoo sometimes creates these ridges, basically scar tissue. We cannot change that. Sometimes you can still see the texture, or sometimes you can even see a little tiny bit of color, but we can guarantee 70% you can always cover, and everything else depends on the motif, on your skin, on the light situation and your scar tissue. So I want to create some of his freckles, so I'm gonna use the dark olive shade. You can put in little moles. If your model has more moles naturally, you can repaint them, or you can put some in. If there's like some weird texture that you're not sure how to hide, you can place one there that wasn't there before, just to make the skin a little bit more lively. Make sure to protect your clothes because FX Design Color is hard to wash out. So I placed some tissues and an apron just to make sure nothing gets on his shirt. Once everything is dry, you can remove all of the tissues and you can put the clothes back on, because this now is extremely durable. You can wear anything on top of this. This is very transfer proof, very stable. You don't need any type of fixing spray if you don't want to. We could stop here, but on top of FX Design Color, you can use your own foundations or powders if you want to change the color a little bit. And in this case, I just want to get rid a little bit of the shine of the reflection. So I'm gonna use Duo Finish. It also will add a little bit of color, and I'm just gonna slightly brush it over the areas where I want to reduce the reflection. And then you can add a little bit of fixing spray on top of that as well, so you don't lose any of the longevity of the overall makeup application. And that's how you cover a tattoo with FX Design Color. If you have any questions, just leave a comment. Thanks for watching. See you next time.